Hi, so you want to make modifications to your Google Sheets? Well, this is what the video will be covering. So it's really for Google Sheets, and I will be using my monthly planners, weekly planner, and my assignment, attendance, and grading templates to show you how it works. So what we will see in this, we'll see how to rename tabs, insert links from your Google Drive or YouTube, how to merge or unmerge cells, how to insert an image into a cell or over a cell, how to change the colors of your cells and fonts, changing the colors in the conditional formatting, how to edit your drop-down menus. Those are pre-existing. Inserting lines carefully, especially in the templates that we're using, how to hide columns, and making a new copy of the spreadsheet. So this video is basically made for the people who have purchased these templates, but you know what? You can use it in any other Google Sheets because it's standard, it's basic. So those will work everywhere. So let's get starting with renaming the tabs. For this one, I'm going to be using the assignment attendance guide, not guide, grading checklist. At the very bottom, we have these tabs where I identify them as group A, B, C, D, E, F. What you want to do to modify those, especially if you're, let's say, at high school and you have periods 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you want to change that, or you are elementary and you want to have math, ELA, science, and so on. So you will right-click on your tab and you will go to Rename. Click Rename, and right away you can actually put this as, let's say, ELA. When you're doing your ELA, if you're worried about everything that's inside that's already formatted in that sheet, don't worry. As you can see, it has renamed it to ELA. If I just undo what I did, you can see that the formatting has changed to what it was. So you can change this. I will show you another time. Here it is. Rename. When you right click, you rename, change your name to whatever you want. Let's say period 3. Oh, my number lock is actually closed. So let's do that again. Rename and period 3. Now that works. And that's simple. So you can actually modify this to whatever you want, whatever your needs are. The next thing that we were going to look at was inserting links from the Google Drive, your files, your PDFs, your templates, your presentations, and from YouTube. I'll be using this planner. It's going to be a lot easier to show how you can actually do that. So if we look at this one here, can you actually see this properly? Let's put it at 100. In my day, if I want to write a homework activity and I don't want to actually write the whole title and so on, I can just go and, let's see, go in my math folder and let's pick an activity. This activity, Google has changed things this summer and it is so practical and easy now. When you right click on it, you will have share and organize, which are so much more well organized. When you click on share, you go down to copy the link. It instantly puts it into your clipboard, and you click on your cell where you want to have it, and you can either insert the link by using this icon, or you can right click on the cell and go down to insert link. What you then do, you right click inside here and you paste it, apply, and voila. You have your activity right away. If I hover over it, I see what this activity is all about. And then you can just click on it and you have access to it. The other way you can do it, which is new, and I really like this one, it saves me from writing so much. Let's go into a long title. Give me a long title. Greek and Latin roots. If I want to have this activity to be used, we're going to do it again. Right click, share, and go to copy link. The new way that Google has done this is that you don't have to write anything in the cell. You're simply going to right click, and instead of going to insert a link, you're going to paste. And it will prompt you this here. Do you want the URL or tab? You press on the tab, and the title that you have here, the title that you have written for your file or your presentation or activity will be written right away here. And again, you hover on top, you see what it is. That saves so much time. It's time efficient. I love it. So that's for how to insert links from your Google Drive. If you want to insert links from, let's say, YouTube, you're going to use the URL up there. You will copy, oops, and let's say you want to insert it again. You can try to just paste the link. Sometimes it will prompt, it will actually give you the choice of using the tab, so it will write it. Other times it won't. So if it doesn't give you that option, you don't want to have a whole URL written in there and it's just gibberish. You're going to have to write, let's say DNA, and then you simply insert your link, paste. By the way, that was right click, go down to insert link, paste, apply, and there you go. You have it right there again. So it will be highlighted this way instead of this, okay? The title is completely written down. This one, you give the title that you want. Next, let me see what is next. Oh yes, how to merge cells. Let's use this example. This one is actually already merged. You can see that I have actually 5 cells, and you can see that this symbol here is highlighted. Because it's been used, it's called merge cells. I can unmerge and everything that I wrote gets squished down to one cell, or I can merge. So if I want to merge these 3 cells, I highlight them and I merge them. The purpose for that is to have a more aesthetically clean sheet and to be able to write your title in the middle. Like if I wanted to change my title to the right or to the middle, now it's centered. Okay, so let's unmerge this one. The next thing that I said I would show is how to insert an image. Yeah, how to insert an image. Let's say I want to insert a fish. So I'm going to go into Insert, Image. You have Insert Image in the cell or over the cell. We'll start with in the cell. When you click on that, you have the option of actually clicking and just dragging your image. You can use Google Image or browse in your Google Drive or upload it from your computer. I will simply drag and drop. There you go. And voila, I've got my little fish. Now, my fish is fixed into the cell, okay? It will not move. So if I want it bigger, I'm going to have to drag it down, and then I have it like humongous. If I want to move it across my page, then that's different. If I want to have it over the cells, I will do, again, Insert Image over the cell. Again, I will drag my little fishy right here. Now he's over the cell. Whoop-a-lay, hold on. Where did you go? Oh yeah, I froze my lines up there. Haha, there you go. There's my fish, and it's quite big, but you can resize your fish, your image. I'm saying fish, but whatever image you want to insert. You can resize it as much as you want. Make sure you click on it, and you can put it into the cell or anywhere else you want. You can replace the image, delete, reset the size, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to go into those details, but this is how you can actually drag. You have to click in it and drag it around. Okay, let's say you want to put it for April Fool's Day. Well, you're going to go into your April month, which is down here over here, and you're just going to place it on April Fool's Day, which would be April 1st. All right? So that's for the fish. Now I'm going to delete this one. Next is how to change the colors of the cells and fonts. If you want to personalize your things, you click on the cell that you want to modify, and you have the paint bucket, which is the fill color. You can use these colors, which are always the standard ones, and you can actually just add the color. If you're not happy with those colors, you can modify them. You can move this around and choose the color that you want. If you're using something like Canva and you want to use a particular color, you can fill in the RGB code or the hex code right here to give you exactly the color that you want according to a theme that you have. The other thing that you can do is, let's go back in this. You can pick a custom color. If you have an image on the side that you really like and you want to use a color, you click this and you choose the color. All right. Same thing for the font. Font is this one right here. You modify your font according to what you want. If I'm changing it to Amaranth, and there you go, your size. And then your bold, if you want to have the writing in a different color, you can have it just like this with the A. Okay. Next, we have change the colors in the conditional formatting. Okay, that's for the people. Well, actually, nope, I don't have any conditional formatting in these that you can modify, but this one here you can modify. So, conditional formatting, we're going to go to the grading tracker. For the people who have this, you will remember that I have different colors that appear depending on what I write. Oops, and I forgot to actually modify this. Oh, if you ever have this happening to you, where it's continuous numbers, you just use this one here. Decrease the decimal place. You decrease it down to 2. Okay, quick tip. I forgot to do that one. This one actually gives me the average. That's why there's this weird number coming out. It's just the average of the student's work. So this one here, what I have for the conditional formatting is if you click on the fill bucket, you see that there's a line underneath. There's a double line which is colored. That means that these have conditional formatting. You click on this. Click on, I'm gonna redo this a little slower, sorry. Click on the bucket. Click on conditional formatting. And here you see the colors that have been chosen. Yellow is for the A, absent. Red is for the 0, which is homework not handed in. And orange is for any value that is below 59. Now, if you want to change the colors, because, I don't know, you want to have, let's say this one here, you want to have it green instead, or something else that is more interesting. Do not change the formatting of the cells, because this is like the whole sheet has been formatted. Do not change the format rules. You go into the paint bucket and you choose the color that you want to something else. I can do green. It will become green. I will just go back to my previous one just to make sure I don't undo everything. So that's how you modify it, and then you click done and it will happen. Same thing for the 0 here and the yellow if you want to have another color standing out. So that's for the how to change your conditional formatting. Just change the color, do not change the format rules. Now, let's see what else. Editing the drop-down menu. Yes, this one again, we're going to be using this template. The drop-down menu, what I have in this one here, it's already formatted where you have classwork, project, quiz, and test, and other. You want to use this little edit button. You click here, and you will have on the side appearing the titles of what's inside your drop-down menu and the colors. So you can choose any color you want and modify it and modify the title. If you don't want to have classwork, you could have bell ringer, just like that. And as soon as I do done, it's going to ask you, do you want to change this for all of them, just this instance, or apply to all? Oops, I just did apply to all. I didn't want to do that. Sorry. Let me undo this. Oh yeah. All right, so if that happens, you just click back like I did, and everything's fixed. All right, so let's go back to this one here. So if I want to change this, and I only want to change it for this page or this particular one, you want to actually write, let's say, bell ringer again. Done. And just this instance, only that one. All right. That's how you change them. You could have it changed to many things. Like if you're a science teacher, you might want to have classwork, projects, quiz, bell ringers, exit tickets, and lab skills. You can add as many as you want. To add some, oh yeah, I'm going to show you how to add some. So let's go with this one here. And quite simple. You add another value. So you change the color. Let's say I want brown. And here I would have lab skills. That's how you would do it. I'm not going to do done because I'm going to change the whole format of my sheet. But this is how you do. You add another as much as you need. And if you don't need any, you want to delete, you just do this, all right? And I went too far. All right, so next is inserting lines carefully. I'm going to use, again, this template where we're going to actually put this to 75 so we see a little more of the template. So let's say you want to add lines because you have more students, okay? And you see that there are those two colors. You want to make sure that you don't add it just underneath and have that line being copied all across. You want to use two of them, the one that is in color and one that is white, so that when you actually insert them, you will have the same layout again. Otherwise, you're going to have two whites. If I only use one and I insert, then I'm going to have white. If you want to do that, use it at the end so that it actually makes sense. So what you do is you click and drag to know how many lines you want. If you want 2, you want 4, you want 6, then you right click and you will insert the rows above or below. You can choose. And as you can see in this menu, you can also delete rows. If, like in this one, you have 38 students, the capacity for 38 students. So you could actually delete if you only have 20 students. You can also resize them. If you want to have the width of it actually bigger or smaller, or you want to have the names like wider, having more space to actually write the name, that's all doable by either dragging the line, or you can right click and resize the rows. If you want to resize all of the rows, you highlight all of them like so, and you would right click, resize the rows, and here you would write whatever you want. Instead of 21, you might want to have it 30, and so on, and then you would click on OK. That's for resizing. The other thing is you don't want to insert a line where you would have borders on top and at the bottom if you don't want to have any, or if you have a border that is all colored like this. If you insert a line with a border above or under, you're going to have that color again. So you want to be careful where you insert your lines. If you have these that are linked and you insert here, just know that when you insert it, it won't take away from the format at all, the links. It will just make your box wider. So it is doable again, okay? Then we have how to hide columns, and why would we want to do this? If you have students helping you, especially in elementary school, doing the attendance, and they want to click, click, click here for the attendance tracker, but you don't want them to see the grades and start blabbing. What you do is you're going to click and highlight all of this, all of those rows. You just click and drag, and then you right click and you do hide. Hide the columns. Okay, voila, they're gone. Just like that. Now let's see. When you want to bring this back, you will notice at the very top that there's a little cursor, but I can't. Let's make it bigger because I can't see it. There's a little triangle here. When you click on that little triangle, it's not letting me. Why? Well, because I was into the cell. When you see that little triangle, you click on it and everything comes back. So you can hide and unhide, and that was not a good example. Let's say, let's make it bigger, and I want to hide these. So highlight, right click, hide, click out. You will see these here. It shows you that there's something that's hidden. You can just click on it and they pop back out. All right? So that's how to hide something, especially the grade book. You want to hide this if you've got students helping you doing the attendance or the assignment trackers for the younger ones. Next, making a new copy of the spreadsheet. If you have multiple classes and you want to actually have more than 6, or you want to have it for an entirely different subject, like you have so many groups in math, and then you have so many other groups in science, because you actually teach both in middle school or high school, you, instead of adding and adding, because the formatting has been done only for this 6, what you can do is simply File, make a copy, take off assignment here, take off this part, and make yourself a new copy of this. So you have the layout and everything is already done for you, and you click on make a copy, and voila, you've got more of it. And I think I've covered pretty much all of it, and that's sufficient. If there's any need for anything else, I will make another video in the future. Just leave me a message, and I'll see how I can help you. So that's it. I hope this video has been helpful, and if it actually comes in handy. Thank you for watching.